Did you know most millionaires didn't get straight A's? They simply mastered a few powerful money rules that schools completely ignore. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on the 7 most important financial lessons you were never taught in a classroom. But before we dive into these game-changing secrets, do me a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss another video that could literally change your financial future. It really helps the channel out. Think about it. We spend years learning about historical dates and complex math formulas, but how much time did we spend learning how to manage the money we'd eventually earn? For most of us, the answer is a big fat 0. This isn't about blaming the education system. It's about recognizing a critical gap in our knowledge. The world runs on money, yet we're sent out into it without a user manual. It's time we wrote our own, starting right here. These lessons aren't complicated theories. They are practical, real-world principles that separate financial struggle from financial freedom. Understanding them is the first step toward taking control of your life and building the future you actually want for yourself. So grab a notebook or just open your mind, because we're about to cover the foundational rules of wealth that should have been taught on day 1. Let's get started with the first and arguably most powerful lesson of all. The first lesson is the magic of compound interest. Albert Einstein supposedly called it the 8th wonder of the world. It's the simple idea of your money earning money, and then that new money earning even more money. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. It starts small, but with time, it grows into an unstoppable avalanche of wealth. This is the single biggest reason why starting to invest early, even with small amounts, is so incredibly powerful. Imagine you invest $100. It earns 5%, so now you have 105. Next year, you earn 5% on the full 105, not just the original 100. That's compounding in action. But here's the scary part. Compounding also works against you. This is exactly how credit card debt spirals out of control. That small balance suddenly becomes a mountain because the interest keeps compounding on itself, trapping people for years. This leads directly to our second lesson, understanding and building your credit. A credit score is like your financial report card for adulthood. It tells lenders how responsible you are with borrowed money, and it's a huge deal. But it's not just for getting loans for a car or a house. Landlords check your credit before renting you an apartment. Insurance companies use it to set your rates. Even some employers will take a peek at your credit history. A good credit score opens doors to lower interest rates, saving you thousands of dollars over your lifetime. A bad score, on the other hand, makes everything in life more expensive and more difficult. It's a system you have to learn. Building good credit is simple but not easy. It boils down to 2 main things: paying your bills on time, every single time, and keeping your credit card balances low. That's the core formula for a healthy financial reputation. You can start building credit with a secured credit card or by becoming an authorized user on a parent's account. The key is to start early and be consistent. Your future self will be incredibly grateful that you did. The third lesson school never taught is the art of negotiation. We're taught to accept the price tag on everything, from our salary to our monthly bills. But the truth is, almost everything in life is negotiable. Your salary is the most important thing to negotiate. A small $5,000 increase at the start of your career can compound into hundreds of thousands of dollars by the time you retire. Never accept the first offer without a conversation. This isn't about being aggressive or demanding. It's about knowing your value and politely asking for it. Research the market rate for your position, highlight your accomplishments, and be prepared to make your case confidently and professionally. Beyond your salary, you can negotiate things like your cable bill, phone plan, and even bank fees. A simple phone call asking for a better rate or for a fee to be waived can often save you hundreds a year. Companies would rather give you a small discount than lose you as a customer entirely. This skill alone, the confidence to simply ask, is a financial superpower that you can use for the rest of your entire life. Our fourth lesson is about the critical difference between saving and investing. School might have taught you to put money in a savings account, which is a great start, but it's not a strategy for building real wealth. A savings account is for short-term goals and emergencies. It's safe, but its growth is minimal. In fact, due to inflation, the money in your savings account is actually losing its purchasing power every single day that it sits there. Inflation is the silent thief that makes everything more expensive over time. If your savings account pays 1% interest, but inflation is at 3%, you're losing 2% of your money's value each and every year. Investing, on the other hand, is how you outpace inflation and truly grow your wealth. It's putting your money to work in assets like stocks or real estate that have the potential to generate much higher returns over the long term. Many people are scared of investing because they think it's like gambling or that you need a ton of money to start. This is a complete myth. Today, you can start investing with as little as $5. You don't need to be an expert stock picker either. One of the best ways for beginners to get started is by investing in low-cost index funds. These funds let you own a tiny piece of hundreds of the largest companies. Think of an index fund as a basket that holds all the best players in the game. Instead of betting on one single player, you're betting on the entire team's success over time. It's diversified and historically very reliable. The most important factor in investing success isn't picking the perfect stock, it's time. The earlier you start, the more time you give that compounding snowball to grow. Don't wait for the perfect time to begin your journey. Your future wealth depends not just on how much you earn, but on how much of that earning you put to work for you. Shifting your mindset from just saving to actively investing is a fundamental pillar of financial success. So, while a savings account is your financial defense, think of your investment portfolio as your offense. It's the engine that will actually drive you towards your long-term goals like retirement or financial independence. It's absolutely crucial. The key to successful investing is consistency. It's about making regular contributions whether the market is up or down. This strategy, called dollar cost averaging, removes emotion from the equation and builds discipline, which is essential for long-term growth. Trying to time the market by guessing when to buy low and sell high is a fool's game, even for the professionals. The most successful investors simply stay invested through the ups and downs, trusting the long-term growth of the economy. Set up automatic transfers to your investment account each payday. Even if it's just $50, that consistency over decades is what builds fortunes. Make investing a non-negotiable part of your monthly budget, just like rent or groceries. Remember, investing is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be scary downturns and exciting bull runs. Your job is to ignore the noise, stick to your plan, and let time and compounding do the heavy lifting for you. Don't let fear or a lack of knowledge paralyze you. The biggest risk isn't investing. It's not investing at all and letting inflation slowly erode your hard-earned money until it's worth a fraction of what it is today. Educate yourself with trusted books and resources. Start small and get your money working for you. This one habit can fundamentally alter the trajectory of your entire financial life, providing freedom and options you never thought were possible. Now for our fifth lesson, something everyone dreads but must understand: taxes. School teaches you to get a job, but it conveniently leaves out the part where the government takes a significant chunk of your paycheck before you ever see it. It's vital to understand the difference between your gross pay, the total amount you earn, and your net pay, what you actually take home. Understanding this helps you create a realistic budget based on the money that actually hits your bank account. Taxes aren't just about paying what you owe. They're also about understanding deductions and credits that can legally reduce your tax bill. These are incentives the government provides for things like saving for retirement or having children. For example, contributing to a 401k or a traditional IRA not only builds your retirement savings, but can also lower your taxable income for the year. It's a powerful two-for-one benefit that many people overlook completely. You don't need to become a tax accountant, but having a basic understanding of how the system works is crucial. It empowers you to make smarter financial decisions throughout the year, not just during tax season in April. Knowing the basics allows you to ask the right questions and ensure you aren't paying a penny more than you legally have to. This isn't about evasion, it's about being an informed and efficient citizen with your own money. This brings us to lesson number 6, creating multiple streams of income. In school, the path is clear. Get one good job and stick with it. But in the modern economy, relying on a single paycheck is incredibly risky. What happens if you get laid off or your industry gets disrupted by new technology? Having multiple income streams creates a financial safety net. If one stream dries up, you have others to support you while you find your footing. This doesn't mean you need to work 3 different jobs. An income stream could be from your investments, like stock dividends. It could be from a side hustle you're passionate about, like freelance writing, photography, or managing social media. It could also be passive income from creating a digital product like an ebook or from renting out a spare room. The goal is to decouple your time from your income, so you're not always trading hours for dollars. Start by thinking about the skills or assets you already have. Can you monetize a hobby? Can you use your professional skills to consult on the side? Even small streams of income can add up significantly over time. Building multiple income streams is about creating resilience and freedom. It's the ultimate form of job security because you're not dependent on any single employer. You are building your own diversified financial ecosystem, which is true security. Finally, our 7th and most important lesson is about financial psychology and mindset. This is the invisible script that controls all of our money decisions. You can know all the tactics, but if your mindset is wrong, you'll still fail. One of the biggest psychological traps is lifestyle inflation. This is when your spending increases every time your income does. You get a raise, so you get a nicer car or a bigger apartment, leaving you in the same financial position. The key to building wealth is to intentionally keep your lifestyle the same or only slightly increase it when you get a raise. Then you can use that extra income to aggressively pay off debt and supercharge your investments. Another trap is the comparison game, often fueled by social media. Trying to keep up with the Joneses is a race you can never win, and it will keep you broke. Focus on your own goals, not on what others are buying. You also have to understand your emotional triggers with money. Do you spend when you're sad or stressed? Does market volatility make you panic and want to sell your investments? Acknowledging these feelings is the first step to managing them. Money is not just math and spreadsheets, it's deeply emotional. Your relationship with money is often shaped by how you grew up and what you were taught, both explicitly and implicitly. Understanding your own money story is powerful. True financial literacy involves mastering both the technical side, like budgeting and investing, and the mental side. It's about building healthy habits, practicing discipline, and delaying gratification for a much greater future reward. Your mindset is the foundation upon which your entire financial house is built. Without a strong, positive, and disciplined money mindset, all the other lessons we've discussed today will ultimately crumble under pressure. It's that important. So let's recap. We've talked about the power of compounding, the necessity of good credit, the art of negotiation, and moving from a saver's mindset to an investor's. These are the tools for building your financial foundation. Then we covered understanding taxes, building multiple income streams for security, and mastering your own financial psychology. Together, these 7 lessons form a complete curriculum for real-world financial success that you can start applying immediately. School taught you algebra, but life demands financial fluency. Stop solving for X and start solving for your future. Your real financial education begins today, right now, with these 7 powerful principles. Don't waste another moment. If this video opened your eyes, please share it with one person you know who needs to hear this message. And let me know in the comments which lesson resonated with you the most. Now, go check out this next video on building your first budget from scratch.